4 years ago, in the summer of 1949, a group of 9 respected companies came together to craft a vision of the future of America. They set upon themselves one key question: what makes America great? Is it the sweat of our brows? No. Is it the beautiful land upon which we built our homes? No. It is the ability for any man to achieve whatever he sets out to do using the tools of his great nation. Welcome to the American Dream. My name is Buddy Washington, and I will be your guide. We'll be going on a trip through time to discover the magnificent future that lies ahead with you and your guns. Soon you'll learn just how guns will be able to help you live life to the fullest. And as a special treat at the end of your tour, you'll get a sneak peek into the wondrous gun factory of tomorrow. We began with humble gunsmiths toiling away in their workshops. But a much grander future is in store for us. Press the green button in front of you, and we'll continue onward. Before we get started, we'll need to perform a brief questionnaire, a background check to gauge your eligibility to participate in the American Dream. Please select your gender. Select your skin tone. Have you handled a firearm before? Have you been convicted for any serious criminal offenses? Which is your dominant hand? Are you currently on any terrorist watch lists? Also, a word of warning. Please be aware of your surroundings while you experience the ride. You'll be waving your hands around a lot, so best not to play next to an ancient Ming vase or a full coffee pot. We want you to have a safe and fun journey. Please enjoy this brief introductory video. The home. The busy centerpiece of American life. It's where you'll find a diligent wife tending to her family's needs. Take a peek inside, and you might find her preparing her husband's favorite meal. Caring for their beautiful child. Or even taking a little extra time to make sure everything's nice and clean. Meanwhile, the husband is hard at work providing for his family. Whether he spends his days as a blue-collar worker in a bagel factory or as a young corporate manager on the rise, it's his job to bring home the bacon. On the weekends, husband does his part around the house as well. Managing finances, tending to the garden. And then finally settling down for some well-earned R&R. A delicious home-cooked meal. The kind of family everyone should aspire to be. With the kind the American dream. The perfect way of life. Press the green button in front of you to begin your journey. You may have noticed that you're carrying a pair of Carter 1912 single-action semi-automatic pistols. From the battlefield to your back pocket, the Carter 1912 will be the tool of choice for all your everyday needs. Let's see how the baby of tomorrow will learn how to use their very first gun. Before you can use the gun, you'll have to load it. Move your right gun across onto the... That's it! Nothing like the sweet sound of a magazine sliding into the gun. Now do the same with your left gun. Great job! You're now armed and ready. Baby's hungry. We need to let Mommy know. Knock on the door a few times to get her attention. You did it! Mommy's here and look what she has. Looks like you're out of bullets. Hit the orange buttons on the side of your card to get more Excellent! You're reloading like a champion now. Yum, yum. Scrumbridge Farms cold-pressed coagulated baby feed is made from 90% high fructose corn syrup and 20% horse meat that tastes of freedom in every bite. Baby's gonna grow up big and strong in no time. Now it's time for a little quiz. We want to make sure baby is well educated as well as being a good shot. Which one of these is the triangle? Correct. Which one of these is the color red? Correct. What does 2 plus 2 equal? Well done. Which one is your favorite animal? Ah, so that's your choice. How many bullets are there in a standard Carter 1912 magazine? Good job, kiddo. Who is your best friend? Excellent choice, my friend. Now let's learn how to aim our guns with a bit of target practice. A gun without aim is a dangerous thing, so make sure you know what you're shooting at. Shoot down each of the targets. Oh, those little ducklings are so cute. You should shoot them. That's it. Keep shooting those targets. That's it. Keep shooting those targets. By the way, did you know you can also manually eject your magazines? Perfect for when you want full control over when to reload. To eject your magazine, press the highlighted button on your controller. That's the way. I can already tell that baby's going to grow up to be a star soldier. You've now mastered the use of your trusty pistols. Remember to handle with care and use them responsibly. Safety first, kiddo. Now I know it's fun being a baby. You'll only fit those divers for so long. Let's move on. Press the green button and let's continue our journey. The perfect American family lives under 3 key pillars: love, pride, and guns. Let's take a look at these core values in action as a father bonds with his child.
Hey, sport, let's play catch.
In the future, new technologies will bring families closer together than ever before. Smelly old baseball gloves will no longer be handed down from parent to child like a decaying shackle to a primeval past. In the future, every good God-fearing patriot will get solid, refined, American blued steel, and 8 rounds of pure patriotism in each hand.
Oh, that was fantastic. What are the rules in zebra baseball? 3 stripes and you're out. Nice one, sport. Why is the baseball stadium the coolest place to be? Because it's full of fans.
In order to properly bond with the American father, you must excel in at least one sport.
You got the skills,
Otherwise, you risk a lifetime of neglect, missed Little League games, and eventual abandonment.
I have to warn you, this ball is a little shiny. You're my kid, all right. Did you hear the joke about the baseball? It will leave you in stitches. Going great. Hear about the baseball player without children? He couldn't get to home base. I'll explain that one when you're older.
I wish my dad played catch with me. His paws made it tricky, though.
Why was the baseball player... You might not see this one coming. He went out on a bender. Speaking of which, wonder what Ned's up to tonight. It is Tuesday after all. How do you know the pitcher is sick? He chucks the ball. Why do baseball players make the best kicks? They're good at battered up. Great catch. 2 baseball players walk into a bar. Ooh, a bar. Well, if Ned's not up for it, maybe Chuck's around.
In the past, it was a sacred bonding experience to take children out hunting
and teach them to use their first guns.
However, since the children of the future will grow up with guns right from the moment of birth, family bonding can happen even earlier and in the safe environment of the home.
I'll be taking you to Little League every weekend for years to come in no time. And you'll be training after school as well. Get ready. Happy days.
You have no idea how much self-control it takes not to chase that ball right now.
I have to warn you, this ball is a little shiny. Nice ball handling, kiddo. I just know you'll make a crack shot marksman when you're older. I guess the apple doesn't get shot down too far from the tree. High five! Whoa there! That's a strong high five you got there. Don't want to break your old man's wrist, do you, hero?
Now see, guns can create new, exciting experiences Patriot experience and have fun whilst keeping everyone safe. An armed family is a happy family.
What's all that noise in there?
Did you get into your father's naughty magazine collection
Again? This room is a travesty. Clean up this instant or you're grounded.
Forget that old relic. We live in a post-broom world. You don't need a broomstick
When you have a
boomstick. Instead of sweeping up like some kind of Neanderthal, use your guns to get Mom off our back. See all those items scattered on the ground? You'll need to put them back in their place. Oh, that tickles. Squeaky clean, even
better than new.
those bullet casings scattered on the floor. That's called interior design.
Ah, that's looking much nicer. Great work.
honey?
Let's get these curtains open and let in some fresh air. This window would sure make a great sniping vantage point.
Here at the American Dream, you can use your hard-earned dollars to try out the latest and greatest in firearms technology. First up, we have the Simpson M1905, a high-powered bolt-action rifle. This versatile tool was the standard-issue rifle for the U.S. military in World War I, and is still used to this day. While only capable of firing one shot at a time, what the Simpson lacks in rate of fire, it certainly makes up for in range. All this and more can be yours for the low price of $9.99. Sure, you could spend that money on candy, but did you know that candy is a serious choking hazard that kills hundreds of innocent children every year? Hold up. Before you can purchase that gun, you'll need to pass the mandatory 3-day waiting period. Ha! Just
Kidding.
in the future, we will have abolished all state and federal laws around new gun waiting periods. This means that all Americans will be able to get as many guns as they want, whenever they want. God forbid the government would make us wait to get our hands on something we were born to own. Congratulations! The Simpson rifle is yours. Pick it up with your dominant hand. This here is the Kruger 1898. This ludicrous over-engineered pistol has the stopping power of a pea thrown by an anemic child. Thankfully, our American scientists have added some... the Kruger has jammed. Good thing we strapped a hand to it so it can still have a use. Those Europeans just can't do anything without us, huh? Modifications to make the Kruger useful again. It now comes equipped with a hand apparatus, allowing you to pick up and handle certain objects. Feels good, doesn't it? You'll also need an extra tool to operate the rifle. To load the gun, you'll first need to cock the rifle. Use your hand gun to pull the bolt up and back. Once the rifle has been cocked, use your handgun to pick up the magazine on the left-hand side of the cart and push it into the underside of the rifle. Great! Now push the bolt back into place and you're good to go. Nice work. You're locked and loaded. Why don't we give our new toy a whirl? Let's go over to the window and do some shooting. I think those targets just insulted your mother. What are you gonna do about it? Bullseye! Reaching up to 2,850 yards, it's the perfect instrument for tasks that require a little more reach. This model is also equipped with a premium high-precision optical lens for greater firing accuracy. No target is going to escape your sights with this baby. Remember, the Simpson must be cocked after each shot. Great shot, kiddo! Bullseye! Nicely done. Bullseye! Great shot, kiddo! Bullseye! Oh, hey, it's your next-door neighbors, the Barrett twins. I've seen you looking wistfully towards your crush. Knock on the window of the one you like, and I'll show you how guns can help navigate the treacherous pathways of teenage romance. Ah, Taylor. She's a real cutie, isn't she? Looks like you got her attention. Are you sure that's the choice you want to go with? Excellent. Hey, is that Mr. Cinnamon? Get out of the way, you stupid cat. Taylor will now hold out the question, and you can shoot to select your response. With conversation cut down to the bare essentials, chatting up your teenage crush has never been easier. Ah, young love, such a beautiful thing. got a date this weekend. With your natural charms and that gun by your side, you're sure to win Taylor over. However, there's more to romance than cracking a good joke and having a clean room, as we'll soon find out. Today is July the 4th, marking the date that our founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence and heralded the dawn of a new age of freedom, liberty, and justice. It was said that this day ought to be solemnized with pomp and parade, with shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations. We intend to uphold that sacred tradition, which is why you're going with Taylor to the Independence Day Carnival for your very first date. Look, here she is now.
So
The
good to see
carnival
you
has
again.
a wide range
I've been
of
looking forward
activities
to
for
this
you
all
and Taylor
week.
to enjoy.
Let's go check out the target shooting.
Step up, roll up, come one, come all. Put your marksmanship to the test and win a prize for that special someone. You there. You look like a crack shot. Come on down. The rules are simple. You have 5 shots to hit as many of the bottles as possible to earn points. Capiche?
This sounds like so much fun.
You've sure got some stopping power. Nice shooting. On to the next round. Ah, bad luck there. You sure showed that pin who's boss. Ah, bad luck there. Hey, you're a natural. Nice shooting. On to the next round. You know, there's no prize for hitting the space between the bottles, right? Nice! You sure showed that pin who's boss. Ah, bad luck there. We got commies here. Fresh commies. Ready to be dunked. Hey, you there. Yes, that young patriot and your cute date.
Capitally swine!
To play this game, you'll need to shoot the target and dunk our comrade here into the drink, thoroughly embarrassing him and ruining his reputation for being dry. Let's get to it.
This is a gross violation of justice. Workers of the world,
Splash!
unite! When I get dunked, we all get dunked. Ah!
Take that, commie scum.
Workers of the world, unite! You will reap what you sow.
Splash! Ha ha!
I've already been getting enough water for today. I've already been allocated enough water for today. I've already been allocated enough
Great
water
job.
for
You
today.
didn't know what hit him. You've earned yourself a prize. Plunk.
Oh, it's adorable. Thank you. Oh,
Where's my
I'm
seat
having
card?
such a wonderful time with you. I hope you're having fun too. Why don't you get some cotton candy?
Hey there. Here you'll get to use your gun to make your own candy floss, just like our ancestors made this country. Give your gun a few whirls in the drum.
That looks so yummy. Would you mind if I had a taste? Oh, that was delicious. Thank you.
Things seem to be going well, champion. Why don't we end this date with a bang? Every year on the 4th of July, patriots light up the sky with fireworks as a reflection of glorious America shining bright amongst the stars. And I assure you, it's no coincidence that the fireworks are loaded with gunpowder. Our freedom was won with gunpowder, so you can bet you're with it too. Do the honors. Light up those fireworks. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Wow. I've never seen anything so amazing.
That's right.
Doesn't watching you appreciate what a free society we live in?
Praise the Lord for giving us the science to make gunpowder.
Thank you for today. I've had so much fun. You're very sweet. Let's see each other again sometime.
I think she likes you. And from the look of your concealed carry, you like her too. Hopefully you two will love each other just as much as we all love America. For the next stage, we'll once again unholster our faithful Carter 1912 pistols. Grab them and we'll carry on. The teenage years, a time of curiosity, discovery, and growth. It is at this ripe age that American boys and girls begin to enter the workforce and learn how to provide for themselves. In order to become productive members of society, future generations need to be equipped with more than just high-powered firearms.
They need the
Strong work ethic and a can-do attitude that defines us as Americans. You've taken on your first part-time job at the Heston's Family Restaurant, home of the greasiest hamburgers made by the greasiest teenagers. Customers flock into our restaurants daily to get that world-famous Heston taste, each bite taking you 2 steps closer to a cardiac arrest. Cast an eyeball out of the grill. That machine is the Patinator 5000, a state-of-the-art burger patty dispenser. Behind the scenes, a diligent team of farmers is preparing the minced beef for us to turn into delicious burgers. Mmm, yummy. Shall we get started? Turn the lever to start the grill and ensure that both sides of the patty are cooked evenly. However, you need to be careful not to leave them on the grill for too long, or else they could burn. Our master burger artisan, Earl E. Bird, is on the other side of the grill, turning your patties into fast food masterpieces.
That
Burger was a bit raw. If a customer gets food poisoning, poor Earl is gonna have to mop up the mess. That burger was a bit raw. If a customer gets food poisoning, poor Earl is gonna have to mop up the mess. That burger was a bit raw. If a customer gets food poisoning, poor Earl is gonna have to mop up the mess. Once each burger has been assembled, press the Order Up button so that your coworker can deliver the burgers to our eager customers. When frying a patty, you want it to be cooked just right. Not too raw, but not burnt either. The American fast food experience can be likened to the firing of a bullet. The food comes out fast, enters the body of the customer, and then exits shortly afterwards at extreme velocity. Speedy taste satisfaction is just a pull of the proverbial trigger away. Ah, burgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
Plain a fresh burger!
If it were up to me, the patties would be made with fresh cat meat. But hey,
Order up! Oh no, I dropped another one! Oh man, Mr. Heston's gonna kill me! Oh no, I dropped another one! Oh man, Mr. Heston's gonna kill me! Oh man, I'm definitely getting fired! Here's your calorie package, sir!
I can see my reflection in Earl's forehead. Ha-ha, slick. That oil's pumping a fair bit. Someone could get hurt.
Thank you for dining at Heston's Family Restaurant, serving that sacred stuff to freedom's finest 24 grueling, sweaty hours a day.
Great burger. Keep it up. Be careful not to burn yourself on the grill. Safety first.
Here's your calorie package, sir. Please notice me, Mr. Heston! Oh man, I'm definitely getting fired!
That is a tasty burger. You know what goes well with burgers? Freedom. Great burger. Keep it up.
Order up! Please notice me, Mr. Heston! Please notice me, Mr. Heston!
That oil's popping a fair bit. Someone could get hurt.
Order up!
The queue of burgers is getting long. Hit the Order Up button to tell Al to get those burgers moving.
Another
The
burger
only
coming
way
up!
to get the secret family recipe from old Colonel Heston would be to take it from his cold, dead hands. But I can reveal to you today that the key ingredients are simply a dash of bullet shrapnel and a splash of pubescent perspiration.
Oh, man! I'm definitely getting
Great
fired!
job! Our customers have packed on at least double their weight since entering. We're trying it, Daddy. You've earned a whopper load of dough there, trooper. Remember, in America, the keys to success are a big smile, a big wad of cash, and a big gun. You're most of the way there, so keep it up. The queue of burgers is getting long. Hit the order up button to tell Al to get those burgers moving. Oh, that tickles. Too bad for Earl, though, due to his subpar performance. Prom night. The twilight of your teenage years. Prom night and the end of high school education marks a point when teenagers are finally released from their shackles and become free to experience the freedoms this nation has to offer to its dear citizens. However, we must remember that those freedoms weren't granted to us. They were won
With American
bravery, steel, and blood. This year's prom theme is the American Revolution. Remember when the British tyrants gripped the throat of liberty and we bravely fought them off our sacred soil? It was pretty great, huh? Just like our courageous militiamen and their brilliant leaders, you will be venturing forth into the field of battle to fight for your right to party. You invited your high school sweetheart, Taylor, to the prom, and she said yes. From what I hear, plenty of other boys asked her, but she chose you in the end.
Oh, hey there. Glad you could make it, partner.
And there she is. Isn't she beautiful? You look pretty dashing yourself, might I say. How about we get a photo of the lovely couple? Give us your best action pose. 3, 2, 1. Say liberty. Oh, yes. Say hello to my little friends. Meet the Goonies. Oh, no. It seems like the photo was too dark. Let's try that again with the flash. Give us another pose. 3, 2, 1. Say, overthrowing the tyrannical British hordes. Ah, beautiful photo. You two just might make prom king and queen.
Hey, let's go dance.
Taylor's calling you over to dance. Never mind that you've never danced in your life. With your guns on the dance floor, you're sure to blow away the crowd. Let's have a practice round. Watch her and mirror each of her moves. Raise your left hand above your head. Good. Now extend your right hand to the side. Great. That's the way. You're a natural. Practice time is over. Let's get to the real thing. She won't wait for you anymore, so do your best to keep up.
You ready? Come on, Snake. Let's rattle.
Hey, isn't that last year's prom king Rex George? What's he doing here? Hey, Dolly, why don't you leave that Saturday night special over there and let me show you how real prom king dances? That nosebleed is trying to show off to Taylor. That son of a gun is cruising for a bruising. He has some mean moves, but he doesn't have a pair of Carter 1912s. You there! I challenge you to a dance-off. Taylor, my dear, step back and watch as I razz your berries. We cannot let him trample on our honor. It's time to duel, prom style. On the count of three. 3, 2, 1, dance. Wow, that was incredible. You're the coolest. You shot him straight down. That'll teach him to mess with a certified gunslinger like yourself. It looks like they're about to announce the prom king and queen. This year's prom king and queen are you!
Hooray! We did it!
Congratulations! Like the heroes of old, you have defeated the tyrannical rulers, freeing the people and paving way for a dance floor where all men are created equal. What a lovely evening. Let us recap the lessons we've learned tonight. Firstly, you never know when tyranny may strike, and we must always be ready. Secondly, it takes strength to overthrow tyranny, and guns give us the strength we need. When our honor and liberty is at stake, shoot first and ask questions later. You don't win wars with words. You win them with genuine American blued steel. As we forge onward towards the future, it's important to know where we've come from. Let's turn back the clock for a moment and look into the history of the beloved gun. It all began when some Chinese folks discovered gunpowder and used it in these ridiculous-looking hand cannons. I like to see you conceal carry one of those. Some stuff happened over in Europe, nobody really cared. What matters is the gun eventually made its way to the shores of our sacred land. Turns out rifles were pretty useful for taking out the redcoats in the Revolutionary War. And so from the freshly smoking barrel of a gun, the United States of America was born. In the years that followed, the American people flourished, set about establishing systems that would position us as the most resourceful nation in the world. We invented high-precision machines that automated and sped up the rate of production of goods like never before. This process was called the American System of Manufactures, but later was simplified to manufacturing. School, young Americans' priorities shift from ball sports and awkward adolescent canoodling to the pursuit of work and money. In a capitalist system, you're not free to make your own money, meaning you live, die, or buy expensive cars based on your merits and ability to sell people things they of high school, young Americans' priorities shift from ball sports and awkward adolescent canoodling to the pursuit of work and money. In a capitalist system, you are free to make your own money, meaning you live, die, or buy expensive cars based on your merits and ability to sell people things they don't need at outrageous prices. A steady income allows you to pay for basic needs such as food, shelter, and high-powered firearms. That's why you've taken up a job as a car wash attendant to help our fellow citizens keep their vehicles shiny and squeaky clean. For this job, we'll require a bit more firepower than we've been used to. Introducing the Johnson submachine gun. First deployed in 1918 for use in trench warfare. This gun also saw frequent use by friendly neighborhood gangsters to uphold street justice. The fully automatic Johnson is capable of firing 250 grain bullets at a rate of 1,200 rounds per minute, making it perfect for heavy-duty cleaning tasks such as washing cars, trimming stray nose hairs, and garden maintenance. Congratulations! The Johnson SMG is now yours. The Johnson must be reloaded with our old friend, the Kruger 1898, which I'm sure you remember from an earlier chapter, unless the repeated sound of gunfire in close proximity to your head has turned your brain to soup. The Kruger's hand apparatus allows you to reload and grip the front of the SMG to stabilize your aim when firing. First, hit the illuminated button on your card to get a new magazine.
Good. That's the way. Now
Insert it into the SMG as shown in the diagram. Sensational! Your gun is loaded and ready to rumble. Nothing's gonna stand in the way of you and your Johnson. Let's test out
this baby's firepower with a bit of
target practice.
The SMG
Is a fully automatic weapon, meaning you can hold down the trigger and it will continue to
fire as long as
there are bullets in the magazine. Try taking out all the targets in one sweeping motion. Nice work. You're on a kill streak. Now that you're acquainted with your
new tool.
let's put it to use. You'll be earning minimum wage. But the good news is
You don't have to work a minimum number of hours.
the clients of the Winchester Car Wash are
Busy doing their part.
pod in the capitalist machine and can only stop by for a short time. Luckily, our
Trusty weapons.
tech can be used to blast all the dirt from their cars before they move on. If you,
You can shoot it off fast enough, that is.
but if you do completely clean a car, you'll get a nice pay bonus. Great! That car's looking good as new. Great! That car's
Looking good as new. Great. That car is looking good as new.
In the industry, there is a technique known as tactical reloading.
Where users
Will eject a magazine manually and reload early to anticipate future actions. This is also referred to as pro strats
or elite
skills.
excellent
Work. Looks like it's just about time to wrap up with a... Oh God! You stupid co-workers, turn on the hose.
that is out of control.
God damn it, Earl! That hose is equipped with a
60mm nozzle, capable of producing
a whopping 1,200 kilopascals of water pressure. I have no idea what that means, but the only way we're gonna stop it is to match its might with the strength of our
fully automatic Johnson
SMG. Don't mind the dog.
You're the only one with a gun.
Time to use it. Live watch out for the water spray. Watch out for those bolts. Always remember to shoot red things.
Barrel down.
levers, taps. Watch out for the water spray. Those taps,
Alright.
you should definitely shoot the hell out of that. You did it. We're
Saved.
day's work. As you now see, guns are invaluable tools in the workplace. They improve productivity by
At least 300%. And can also
be used to defuse dangerous situations. And to think the liberals wanted workplaces to be gun-free zones. Huh. No wonder they never get anything done. And remember, the only thing that stops a bad hose is a good guy with a gun. Let's head to the next step. Smell that. The unmistakable aroma which fills the soul with passion enough to start wars and topple nations. No, it's not me. It's love. You see, when two Americans love one another very much, there comes a time when they carry out the age-old tradition of the romantic dinner and proposal. First, the couple finds a decent but affordable restaurant to wine and dine. When the moment is right, one lover pulls out an expensive piece of metal and asks the other for their hand in marriage. If things go well, they get married and live happily ever after. If not, then it's quite awkward for quite a while. Welcome to La Barretta, where meals are shot fresh out of Nonna Barretta's kitchen. Whilst the proper American diet consists of burgers and milkshakes, this occasion calls for something more exotic. That's right, we're going to have
Italian.
hamburgers and milkshakes.
So good to see you, dear. How was your day? That's wonderful. This is such a nice place you found. It's very romantic.
Buongiorno, it's me, Stevan. Welcome to La Barretta. You two are looking stunning tonight. And I can tell by the way that you have been banging your pistols on the table that you are ready to eat. Please take a look at the many options of our menu. I'm sure you will choose something befitting this exquisite occasion. The deluxe or the banquet. I'm legally obliged to tell you that the 5 people were sent to the emergency room after ordering that. Though you look like you have the constitution to handle it. I'll be back with your entree in a momento. While we're waiting, let me explain proper gun etiquette at the dining table. In front of you, you'll find several utensils, each for a different part of your course. Simply use the gun starting from the outside and work inwards with each dish, smallest to largest. We want to impress Taylor, so let's deploy our best table manners and show her that you aren't some kind of ignorant savage. Your entree, a fine Sicilian salad served with a sweet vinaigrette. Enjoy your meal, my amazingly attractive friends.
That was simply divine. Honey, can you call the waiter to let him know we're done?
How can we get his attention? I pray to the heavens that everything was satisfactory. Let me clear the table for you. In Italy, we use our hands. However, this is America! I will be back shortly with your next dish. I guess those Europeans are good for more than just feeding the gun economy. They provide a decent feed at the dinner table, too. Next up, we have a dish specially prepared for the noble patriots like yourselves. I present our specialty, the Italian hamburger. Please enjoy.
Whoa.
How can we get his attention? I trust that the meal was just as fantastic as your fashion sense. Wait. God damn it, we got the worst table in the restaurant. You see, a savvy American always sits in a corner to give them a full view of the area so that they are ready to shoot down any would-be attackers. They're offering a $5 discount for sitting at an unsafe table, but I'd say safety is priceless. The next dish is a Sardinian delicacy, Casur Marzu, perhaps the finest cheese on the planet. Wait,
You're telling
me it's better than American cheese? By the beard of Lincoln, maggots! Horrifying. This is why you should only eat American cheese, which contains no actual cheese but a whole load of wonderful things like patriotism, reconstituted dairy, and rubber. Also, that real stuff is likely to give you weird cheese dreams.
Oh, darling, you're my weird cheese dream.
Okay, that's enough about dreams. How can we get his attention? Ha ha! You scream with the delight, see? You retch with a pure joy. I knew you would love it from the moment you deliberately chose it from the menu. Now I hope you leave us some room. And if not, just wait for the maggots to wriggle down into your intestines. I will fetch your dessert. The final course of our signature dessert, served in Russian style, I present to you Nonna Baretta's famous spicy chocolate truffle. The truffle is infused with the Calabrian demon chilies, wrenched from the ninth circle of hell itself. Their capsaicinoid concentration is so heavily charged that they actually melt the skull with scale. Consuming them can cause the bleeding gums, hallucinations, eternal third-degree burns, and profuse rectal hemorrhaging.
Now we got ourselves a game. You and me.
One of the chambers in that revolver contains the trophy. Fire the gun into your mouth, and if you're lucky, you'll get a load of Nonna Baretta's hot love.
God damn it. Shoot, honey. It's gonna be all right, honey. Shoot. It's gonna be all right, honey. Shoot.
Put the revolver back onto the plate. It's Taylor's turn now. I wonder if he'll get you just desserts. Put the revolver back onto the plate. It's Taylor's turn now. That reminds me of the raging waters of war. Sensational. Bellissimo. When you put a rice with a bit of Italians, the results are always explosive. I will spend the rest of my days praying that you enjoy your meal tonight. Here is the bill, senor. Oh, dear! I wasn't aware we were at one of those sacrifice your firstborn child style restaurants. Despite your lack of money, you have other methods of persuasion on your side. Yes, very good, senor. When I said I wanted a tip, I didn't mean one with a hollow point. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you for tonight, honey. I've had such a wonderful time.
things are looking good. Let's set the stage for the big question. Why don't you try picking Taylor's favorite song from the jukebox?
That's our song. You really know how to make a girl feel special.
Time to seal the deal. Taylor. I believe my friend here has a proposal for you.
Yes, I will marry you. I love you.
Hooray! She said yes! Fire the gun in her hand and pop that engagement ring on.
Hey, so my parents are out of town for the weekend. How about we swing over to my place for the night?
Taylor's invited you to her house. Let's go. Don't you point that thing at me. What's that, you ask? Where did you come from? Well, that's quite a long story. You see, you were produced by a method called sexual intercourse. Now, the ratings board wouldn't want me going into nitty-gritty details, but I'll try to explain it in simplified terms that you can understand. To create a baby, we need a sperm cell and an egg. Think of the sperm cell as a bullet and the egg as its target. The shooter will position themselves to fire a barrage of bullets towards the target. And even though it may take the shooter many attempts, and they might have to wait until the target is in the right mood to be shot at, the shooter will eventually penetrate the target with one of their bullets. This process is called conception. Think of it like the genesis of America, born from the many bullets piercing the bodies of our enemies. Anyway, around 9 months later, a healthy baby will be born into the world. And that's where you came from. Let me take a moment to introduce you to another one of our fantastic lifestyle products. Once you've used a variety of guns for mid to long range encounters, when the task calls for something a bit more up close and personal, we have the trusty shotgun. Introducing the Steinberg pump-action shotgun. Its short-range pellet dispersion and conical spread guarantees blasts that are potent and powerful for those especially intimate moments. Featuring a lightweight wooden stock, it's a joy to grip, either for yourself or your partner, and comes with a variable balance setting that allows you to control the rhythm. Excellent! I'm sure those targets felt the force of your passion. The Steinberg also has a special function. If you pump it repeatedly, you can charge up your shots to get them flaming hot. Try it now. There we go. Fired up and ready for action. Now shoot down the rest of those targets with flaming shots. Bump it up a few times until you can see smoke coming from the gun. Boom shakalaka! Talk about a fiery passion. Make sure to use the flaming shots when you want to get things a bit more heated than usual. Oh, that tickles. I guess it's time for bed. Traditionally, partners slept in separate beds to discourage inappropriate behavior. cut that out. This is getting a bit too romantic. Wait, candles? Don't you dare light those up. Don't you point that thing at me.
Hey there, hot stuff. Why don't we get those clothes off of you?
Well, if you're gonna do it, just as we practice safe gun use, remember to practice safe sex. Use protection. Make sure you have the safety on to prevent any unwanted surprises.
What are you waiting for? Undress me.
Whoa, wait a minute. Are you even listening? Hey! So, you're just gonna sit there forever in your own stench, huh? That's the plan? I really hope I don't need to spell out what needs to happen here. We've now reached the halfway point of our journey. We hope you've been enjoying it. American Dream. I've certainly enjoyed watching you grow into a model American citizen and master the use of your trusty guns. As part of our regular procedure, I'd like to ask you a few questions. How many bullets have you fired since the start of your journey? Correct you are. How much time do you think has passed since we began our journey? Good. When an intruder comes into your house, which item will help you the most? Correct. Our studies have shown that a gun will be the best option in 99 out of 100 house invasions. And the other time, it's a chainsaw. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love America? Yes, that is the correct answer. Who is a good boy? Interesting choice. How many degrees should you spin for a no-scope shot?
Correct.
Anything less and you're a...
Filthy noob. Thank you. During the intermission, feel free to get up and use the restroom, or perhaps purchase some sweet snacks or guns to keep your body and mind satisfied and to keep the glorious capitalist machine well oiled. We've got a lot more in store for you, so rest up, relax, and when you're ready, we will proceed. The pioneers of the gun industry began with humble ambitions. Some saw the rifle as nothing more than a machine made to throw balls. But it was the keen American eyes of our gun industrialists that realized the untapped potential of those balls. Combining American ingenuity with our unmatched manufacturing processes, those noble poets of wood and steel went on to produce guns en masse. It was a glorious age of progress for our industry, but there was one problem. All these guns needed owners, and there just wasn't enough war around to match our supply. An American once said, if you want to make a pile of money, invent something that will enable these Europeans to cut each other's throats with greater facility. And so we shipped our guns to Europe, helping our friends slaughter each other for a while, and business boomed. It was a time of great innovation and prosperity. We made repeating rifles, revolving pistols, Gatling guns, semi-automatic pistols, and even a gentleman's cane gun. However, as our industry grew, we began to see the limits of the market. Relying on ebb and flow of war was simply not sustainable. The gun began as a commodity like any other, an appliance to fulfill a specific purchase. Throw metal balls at high velocity. However, for our industry to survive and to extend our reach, we needed to elevate the gun to greater heights. All right, good to go? Get comfy, strap yourself in, and let's begin the second half of your journey into the American dream. You proposed to your beloved Taylor, and she said yes. She also happens to be pregnant. So in light of that, your wedding plans have been slightly accelerated. Good job with that whole safe sex thing. When a child is conceived before marriage, the family must arrange a hastier wedding to ensure that the child is born into wedlock. This is what we refer to as a shotgun wedding.
I'm so proud of you, my son.
Here, take this silencer. It's a family heirloom. You'll need it when the nagging starts. Trust me on that one. Take a look around. All your friends and family are here. Who invited that stupid cat? Anyway, the rest of your life begins here. You'll be working a soul-crushing job 9 to 5, coming home to a family that won't appreciate you, and looking forward to the weekends so you can numb yourself with alcohol and begin the cycle all over again. Let that sink in for a moment. Don't worry, I was joking. Only half of that was true. That man behind you is Taylor's brother. He's quite eager to see his dear sister get married. You aren't getting cold feet, are you? Relax. It's natural to have terrible doubts before committing to one person for life. Thankfully, you have just what you need to de-escalate. Confidence is key. Oh, I think it's almost time for Taylor to arrive. My God, what is that noise? The orchestra is asleep. Wake up. Nicely done. She's playing even better than before. Remarkable what a little motivation can achieve.
Here comes Taylor. By the great founding fathers, isn't she beautiful? Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the presence of these witnesses to join these beautiful young American patriots together in matrimony like barrel and stone, commended to be honorable among all, and therefore is not to be entered into lightly, but reverently, passionately, lovingly, and with plenty of ammo. I will now proceed to the wedding vows. Fire your shotgun into the air to proclaim your vow. Do you both pledge to share your lives openly with one another and to speak the truth in love, tenderly care for one another, cherish and encourage each other, stand together through sorrows, joys, and communist attack? For all the days of your lives?
We do.
Do you pledge to keep our militia well regulated, our state free, and to uphold your God-given right to bear firearms of all varieties, including pistols, shotguns, rifles, semi-automatic assault rifles, and fully automatic machine guns where state legislation permits?
We do.
Do you pledge to use your firepower to defend yourselves, each other, and all fellow patriots who are well and good in this beautiful country?
We do.
May these rings be blessed as a symbol of your union. As often as either of you look upon these rings, may you not only be reminded of this moment, but also of the vows you have made, and the strength of your commitment to each other and to your country. If any person can show just cause why they may not be joined together, let them speak now, or forever hold their peace. I object! Taylor! No! With that unpleasantness out of the way, go now in peace and live in love, sharing the most precious gifts you have. The gifts of your lives, united, and your right to bear arms. And may your days be long on this earth, the chances of which increase with daily target practice. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Now, as is customary, you will leave the church as the guests spray you with bullets. The bullets represent rice, which was once used to represent seeds, which were used to represent fertility. But since you've already knocked up, Taylor, well, it's all a bit of a good point, anyway. Onward to the rest of your life. Let's take a look inside the factory of the future, where a single employee can do the work of many. You made it just in time for work. Here at Golding's Bagel Company, all our bagels are lovingly gun-crafted to perfection. Most customers can't even taste the lead. Hit the button to start up the machinery. Remember, the secret to a delicious bagel is the well-cooked dough with that perfect hole in the center. Oh no! Someone's left something nasty in the dough. Get that into the bin before it gets into the oven. You let a fullest bagel through. Now some poor customer will probably have a nervous breakdown. marvel at the unmatched efficiency of the American system of manufacturing. With our cutting-edge machinery and talented workers, whether it be bagels or guns, we have the ability to produce more than anyone could possibly need in a lifetime. Remember to shoot first, eat bagels later. Keep working hard. We need more bagels, and the boss needs more diamonds encrusted into his watch. Remember, guns don't shoot the holes out of bagels.
People!
Shoot the holes out of bagels. A bagel without a hole is like a patriot without a flag. So there is like a huge rat in that bagel. Send it to hell.
Or at least not through
To the customers. It's lunchtime. Use the vending machine or order yourself a tasty meal. And eat up to make sure you have enough bullets in your proverbial magazine. Just like the diligent bagel shooter toils in the factory to keep our citizens fed, the good people of the gun industry work around the clock to ensure a steady supply of guns to keep American citizens safe. These are good family people, like yourself, who want nothing more than to earn a living and feel safe. Remember to shoot first, eat bagels later. As the old saying goes, try not to sell your customers baked rats. The boss is watching. Make sure you keep those bagels coming. Time's up. I think the boss will be pleased with the results. That about does it for today. Let's get moving. After a long day's work, you now get to enjoy the weekend with your sweetheart. We've prepared two iconic American activities for you to enjoy. First, beer. Oh, this delicious golden beverage has several health benefits. Nice catch. Now crack it open and have a swig. Our Patriot-ready beers are brewed with love and ample amounts of Patriot juice, extracted fresh from the deep mines of Wisconsin. You won't find a beer as delicious as this anywhere else in the world. Except maybe Australia. But they've had guns there, so they can go get fucked. How refreshing. Shoot your cans into the trash to dispose of them. Shoot your can into the trash to properly dispose of it. The garbage bin in the corner. Get the can into it. Now that you've learned how to drink a beer like a true American, let me share the next activity. Television! This all-knowing box of knowledge delivers up-to-date news about the community, the country, and less importantly, the rest of the world. Turn on the TV, kick back, relax, and enjoy a well-earned break.
Breaking news. After a recent expression of freedom in a schoolyard, the president has expressed his desire to restrict the sale and use of automatic assault weapons.
Seriously? Those damn gun grabbers are at it again. They just can't leave our freedom alone. The America we love is burning before our very eyes. Are you fed up with tying your shoelaces by hand? Introducing the Cutter 1912, the one-stop tool for all your everyday needs. Just shoot yourself in the book and you're good to go.
We cannot keep giving a platform to these mass shooters. We are awarding them with wall-to-wall attention and the sense of identity that they crave. The media are creating a whole new generation of copycat killers, and they must be stopped.
Copycat killers, almost as bad as actual cats.
When you're out hunting and get surrounded by 100 bears, what are you going to do? Let them take you captive and have their way with you back in the depths of the bear cave? Don't be a victim. Arm yourself with an SR-15 assault rifle and send those frisky bears straight to hell.
It's happening!
Holy smokes! Taylor's water has broken. We need to get her to the hospital so that the baby can be safely brought into the world. You remember the emergency services number, don't you? Hello, operator? We've got a woman in labor, and she's ready to deliver us a fresh American patriot. We need an ambulance pronto. And here they are. The ambulance service, much like your guns, can always be counted upon to take care of you in times of need. We're now at Coke Hospital, where the kind doctors and nurses will help Taylor deliver your beautiful child. Like all good Americans, doctors have learned how guns can enhance their productivity in new ways. Rather than relying on dangerous surgical instruments such as scalpels and forceps, doctors have a variety of medical guns to use instead. Surgery has never been safer. Play the waiting game and leave the rest to our skilled American doctors. I assure you, things are going fine. Wait a minute. Is that guy smoking in a hospital? How irresponsible. Good riddance. This hospital is a safe space once more. Remember, only cigars should be smoked in a hospital, and only after the baby is delivered. Could she grow up to be an Olympic shooter, a raider of tombs, a masterful chief, a bounty hunter, a gear of war, a bold space marine, A soldier that answers the call of duty in modern warfare? Anything is possible.
Our beautiful baby girl. What should we call her? Bang. What a wonderful name. We'll call her Bang.
Seeing you two and your new baby makes me think of how the gun factory of tomorrow will spawn new guns and gun owners for generations to come. I hope you're as excited to see it as I am. Congratulations! You've worked diligently and have been able to purchase your very own home. Whilst your partner takes care of many of the indoor chores, such as the laundry and cleaning, it's up to you to get your guns dirty with the gardening tasks. In many ways, this garden could serve as an allegory for our country. It is vast, awe-inspiring, and home to many fine things. The different plants represent the variety of citizens that call America home. Some good and some bad. The good plants represent the innocent, law-abiding, freedom-loving masses. Then there are the bad plants. Think of them as the
Parasites, villains,
cats, communists and predators that intrude on our peaceful territory.
amongst the
Population, there are exceptionally
good flowers.
such as the noble rose. Roses, with their stunning looks and sharp thorns,
Represent the
patriots like you and I. Strong, refined, intelligent, incredibly good-looking, and
deadly when necessary.
you are a rose, and your guns are your thorns. Remember, it is the duty of the roses to protect the garden. Guns aren't just useful for tidying up in the garden. They can also be tools for nurturing flowers and helping them to grow to their fullest potential. Here we have a nursery of Americus livitus bellus perennis, or
American daisies
known to be one of the most brilliant flowers
in the world.
They must be cared for with the tender love that only submachine gun fire can provide.
Oh, hey there! How's it going? Oh, jeez, I'm getting real sad.
That flower
Looks thirsty.
we need to find a way to get water onto it.
Oh, jeez, I'm getting real sad. Ooh, it's getting a bit dry here. Oh, yeah.
Good job.
That's
Be
good.
sure to keep those flowers happy and healthy. What's that you ask? How does shooting a cloud make it rain?
It's really just simple science.
Bullets plus cloud equals rain. Duh. Now, the perfect garden wouldn't be complete without a nice.
Nice hedge to frame it.
Our hedge wall is looking tall and even now.
But as it is
Subject to the whims of nature, this may not always be the case.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Nature.
unreliable. Guns,
On the other hand, they're never gonna let you down. When Mother Nature misbehaves, we can help her out with a bit of man-made ingenuity. Use your gun
to trim the tall hedge.
hedges, and then call down rainwater to grow the short hedges and get it back into the
Correct shape.
Alright,
the garden into tip-top shape.
Get those hedges tall and even. Take care of those flowers and make sure the lawn doesn't get overrun by weeds.
Look at those hedges.
Perfectly lined up. The geometric consistency sure razzes my berries. Hey, up there in the sky. The sweet scent of liberty has attracted a group of angry birds. They've got their eyes set on the delicious pie that Taylor baked for us. That pie was baked with loving American hands. And by God, it will be eaten with American mouths. Good thing we have our faithful eagle to defend us. Go, Eddie! Okay, well, no matter. I guess it's up to us. Stop those red bastards from taking over our garden. Defend the pie until the timer runs out. American taste. Our homeland clean of who were trying to strip away our... The assailant left the gun at the scene of the crime, and we've recovered it. Guns are marked with a uniquely identifying serial number, so we may be able to trace it back to the culprit. Welcome to the National Tracing Center. This is where the country's records of gun sales are kept. Dealing with gun-related crime, when justice cannot be swiftly served with a bullet to the head, we turn to the Tracing Center. In the future, we will have access to incredible new technology to make tracking these criminals down easier than ever. Since a digitized National Gun Registry that tracks every firearm and its owner is highly immoral and would allow the government to confiscate all of our guns, we turn to the ever-reliable microfilm and paper technology. When you need to find a gun, all you need to do is look through each of the records and check for a matching serial number. Piece of cake. This is taking awfully long. Don't forget, your workstation is equipped with a state-of-the-art internet-enabled computer. This will make buying guns and gun-related paraphernalia as easy as taking candy from a baby. You could buy thousands of rounds of ammunition right from the comfort of your desk. We've even got custom-engraved American Rifle Association belt buckles. Now this is a future worth living in. Board. Unlike computers and databases, paper will never betray you. What's the allowed? Paper cut. Paper cut. Ow. That's what a match. I could have sworn. I know what you're thinking. Wouldn't it be easier if we could just search up the serial number in the database? But that's like asking, wouldn't it be easier just to throw our guns into the sea and line up to get fucked by the government? Are we done yet? People die all the time. I don't care what the big deal is. How about we just tell the cops it was Mr. Cinnamon and call it a day? Do you want to give up? Lucky for you, having a gun makes giving up incredibly easy. All you have to do is raise the gun to your head, check it's loaded, and then shoot that big give up button. At least 20,000 Americans every year. Oh, thank God. We can finally get out of here. As a consolation for your loss, please accept these thoughts and prayers on the house. Stressful and thankless job. Now guns can help us make this important time one of peace, love, and happiness. Little baby Bang, you look just like your daddy. Who's a cutie? You are, yes you are. Thanks to your excellent shooting skills, you are able to finish work early, allowing you to spend more time with the family. Many children grow up unarmed and weird because their parents were too busy overworking and not smart enough to use guns. We've skipped forward from the breastfeeding months because we were told that exposed breasts are inappropriate. What a shame. We spent thousands on those props. Listen to that. Crying used to be a baby's only way to express itself. But babies of the future will be able to communicate using their guns as well. In time, parents will learn to intuit exactly what baby is trying to say with each gunshot. Is now old enough to eat soft foods. Let's prepare a yummy meal for the youngster. By shooting the food, we can break it down to make it easier for baby to digest. Yum, yum. Delicious. Burglar on the loose.
Several neighborhoods have been struck so far, with others no doubt in its sights. Eyewitness accounts confirm that the cat burglar will break into homes regardless of the time of day, even in broad daylight. Authorities advise that citizens should remain vigilant at all times to defend themselves from this menace.
A cat burglar? Oh, I bet it was that damn Mr. Cinnamon. I'm telling you, he can't be trusted. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want some unruly cat burglar creeping into my home. Home invasions and burglaries are more common than you think. Alarmingly, in the United States, a burglary occurs every 18 seconds. Chances are there's probably an invader in your house right now. Do you know what home invaders are capable of? Let me clue you in. They could steal your belongings. They could trash your house. They could sexually assault you and your family and then slit your throats. They could even kill your dog. That's why it's so important to make sure we're prepared. You see, the criminal who underestimates an armed citizen is the fool who ends up with a face full of lead. Ooh-wee, can you smell that? Like all Americans, babies must excrete feces. It is the sworn duty of the parents to dispose of used diapers and keep baby clean and happy. To clean up baby, we need to open up the diaper and dispose of her precious American food. Made in the USA. Good job. Baby's bottom is clean as hell. By the way, it's common knowledge that anti-gunners did not have their diapers changed regularly. No wonder they smell so bad. Something is upsetting poor Bang. Does she sense a stranger in the house? Did you do that? There, Bang. It'll be okay. I don't mean to alarm you, but there might be an intruder in the house. It might be the cat burglar. Get your gun ready.
I need waffles, sir.
Oh, thank God. It's just Taylor. Oh, and she brought waffles. You've seen how guns can be used to raise and nurture young Americans towards a bright future amongst their fellow patriots. In addition, we must not forget the horrors of the outside world, where predators are always on the prowl, seeking to destroy the freedom and peace we hold so dear. Remember, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance and a well-stocked gun vault. And lastly, we've learned that surprise waffles are the best waffles. The gun industry sought to position the gun as a symbol representing all that is good in the world. Heroism, patriotism, liberty, freedom, justice. If we could convince the people that owning a gun was more than just owning a tool, that it meant being a proud American, being a force for good, and a protector of the weak, then there would be no limit to our prosperity.
We knew we had something special on our hands, so we continued making more guns, better guns, and the money kept coming in. Our factories could now produce millions of guns each year, and each gun was eager to find a home. And so we found new ways to market our wares to the masses. We had guns for men, women, and even toy guns for children. We made an endless variety of gun models and attachments to fulfill the needs of every gun-loving patriot. Our guns embedded themselves into American culture and the media we produced. For role models, we need only look to the heroic cowboy, with trusty peacemaker in hand, or the brave revolutionary, reclaiming his liberty with his own weapon. The gun had become a beacon of hope in a hopeless world, one that was accessible to any American as long as they could afford it. We grew like never before. We used our resources to support our political allies, so they would support the industry and your right to bear arms. Our power and influence ran deep, and in time, we embedded ourselves into the American identity. We made America the gun country. What began as a simple business of selling ball-throwing machines became so much more. We turned our business into a culture, one unlike any other in the world. Only time will tell where the mighty gun will go from here. Experiences of fishing and hunting, but in the future we can combine the two for maximum bonding potential. We've arrived at Colt Lake, known for its crystal clear waters, lush greenery, and abundance of lively fish. Welcome aboard the SS Barrel, your father's prize boat. We'll be using the old Simpson rifle, perfect for shooting underwater targets with its high-velocity shots. You might say it'll be as easy as shooting fish in an SS Barrel. Ha ha ha! Whilst fishing is a leisurely pastime, as Americans, it is our duty to prove we're the best at what we do. So today, rather than just catch any dumb fish, look there, it's a new fish. We're going for the biggest fish in the lake. Legend has it that a monstrous catfish, Sergeant Whiskers, lurks in the depths, waiting for a skilled fisherman's challenge. The biosphere of the lake operates on a simple premise. Big fish eat the small fish. By shooting small fish, we'll be able to lure out the bigger ones. With any luck, we'll eventually convince the legendary Whiskers to come out. Show me what you've got. I'm hankering for some catfish tonight. In the old days, people would catch fish using rods and plastic wires. What a bunch of idiots. Oh, that's a slippery one, isn't it? What do you call a fish without an eye? FSH. In this world, there is an order to things. Wow, that's a big one. step closer to Whiskers. Just like in the food chain, there are the strong and the weak, and the weak bow to the will of the strong. By arming ourselves, we become strong and ensure that we won't be bending for anybody. Unless you're into that kind of thing,
enjoy
but
a
that's
snack
none of my
from the
business.
lunchbox? Where does a fish keep its money? In the river bank.
Such a delicate balance beneath the surface of the water. Millions of years of evolution leading to a perfectly tuned ecosystem. And yet now, we can float over it and blow the blazes out of everything. Yee-haw!
You can bring the fish closer to our boat by throwing bait into the water. Why is a fish so easy to weigh, huh? Because it has its own scales.
That? It can't be. It is! The legendary Sergeant Whiskers himself! This is it, my friend. You know what to do. Take down Sergeant Whiskers and turn him into the trophy of a lifetime!
Why did the fish blush? Because it saw the boat's bottom.
I can see the light draining from his eyes. We're almost there. Fly him with more bullets.
What did the fish say when it swam into the wall? Yeah!
Great shot! Be careful now. Whiskers isn't any ordinary fish. Far more resilient to gunfire and has been known to ram boats and capsize them.
Why are fish so clever? Think about it. Because they swim in schools.
He's gonna jump! Watch out!
Who does the fish call when his piano breaks? The piano tuna.
Great shot! I'm inclined to think those red bulbs on Whiskers' body may be weak points. Shoot them for massive damage. Here he comes! Get ready!
Why do fish like worms?
Yikes! He has no respect for the natural order.
Because they're hooked on them. Where do fish go on holiday? To Finland!
Turn that catfish into cat food! Well, actually, just leave the scraps for the cat and save judgment for me.
Why was the tuna taken
He's gonna jump! Watch out!
off television? His show got canned!
Yes! I think you did it! Thanks to your trusty rifle, we were able to find a cat!
Why did the fish blush?
Watch out! Sergeant Whiskers is carrying a concealed weapon! Well, it would seem we're in quite the pickle here. As an American citizen, Sergeant Whiskers has a conscience constitutional right to carry arms and defend himself. He exercised his right, as we all should when faced with a mortal threat. Concealed carry saved Sergeant Whisker's life today, and it could save yours too. In this world, you pack heat or pack your bags. Before we move on, I'd like to pose a question to you. Would you have gone fishing today if you knew that fish had guns to defend themselves? Thanksgiving is a time when families come together to share bountiful meals and give thanks for the many benefits of such as freedom, democracy, and the ability to purchase a shitload of guns. Hey, who does this guy think he is? We've got a Thanksgiving feast to pistol whip up. Get him out of the way. Good riddance. Anyway, where were we? Glad you could make it. I'm just in the middle of prepping our Thanksgiving dinner, dude. Can you lend a hand? Come in. This is General Washington. Do you read?
What is your secret?
McTavish! Damn it! Thank the founding fathers you're here. The president has been assassinated, and in the chaos, communists have seized control of the barbershop. They are demanding a ransom of $12 billion, and that we hand over the body of the president. They claim that if their demands aren't met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear strike on our homeland. You'll have two mission objectives. Firstly, you are to identify and eliminate the communist leader. He may be disguised among the patrons of the barbershop, but can be identified by his sinister-looking eye patch. Secondly, you are to proceed through the barbershop and give haircuts to each of the customers. As the shop owners have been taken hostage, they are relying on you to ensure that their customers' needs are tended to. Zone is 0.01 clicks north of here. And the insertion method will be via cart. You'll receive new weapons from our ground infantry at regular intervals,
And I'll provide
technical support via secure radio comms. Only an elite Special Forces commando like yourself is capable of completing such a dangerous mission. Your nation is counting on you, soldier. Before we proceed, you'll need to learn how to perform a tactical haircut. Locate the tango and aim for the head. By the way, when I say tango, I mean target, not the dance. This dummy's hair is in dire need of an intervention. A military intervention. Come on, liberate the hair from its head, soldier. Excellent work, soldier. That's a fine-looking American haircut if I've ever seen one. You'll be receiving ground support from the gunny squadron who will plant explosive charges on the doors in front of you. Breach and clear each room until you've completed all your mission objectives. All set? Commencing Operation Excessive Force now. It's gonna blow!
not rest but on
laurels, for the fight for freedom is eternal. It is only a matter of time until a new threat surfaces. Yesterday it was the Nazis. Today was communists. Tomorrow, who knows? There will always be an enemy, and we will always need weapons to fight them. We'll make up our own enemies. Keep the economy alive. The life of freedom hinges upon
the life of the damn economy.
We find ourselves back at home, enjoying a quiet afternoon with the family. And look, it looks like Taylor's got a new bullet in the chamber too. Although this one won't be due for another few months. Kick back and enjoy some quality time with your good friends TV
and beer.
Oh hey, it's one of those gun shows. My favorite. Some say this is an unfair loophole for criminals to acquire unlicensed guns. But some also say that the moon landing was faked. So,
think about that.
It was the morning of April 20th, 1999. And it was pretty much like any other morning in America. The farmer did his chores. The milkman made his deliveries. The president bombed another country whose name we couldn't pronounce. Oren! Do you want a safer alternative to your handgun? Introducing the smarter-ass gun, designed only to fire when verified by your fingerprint, and only your fingerprint. Oh, what about me? I don't even have fingerprints. How's that meant to work? Useless technology. Well, it looks like this baby jumped the gun. You know what to do. Call an ambulance. Okay, well, there goes that idea. But fear not. We are the world's most resourceful people. We can handle this on our own. To the hospital. Get in! I'll take the wheel. You keep an eye on the started enforcing the 9,000 federal laws we already have on the books, despite the constant negative press
and so I shall grant.
Looks like we're out of options. You're gonna have to deliver this baby on your own. While you might not be a qualified doctor, you've got the most powerful tools a man can carry. I'm sure we can make this work. Oh, that tickles.
The baby's coming! Do something!
Push!
We interrupt tonight's broadcast for an important message from the newly appointed President of the United States.
People of America, today is a momentous day. It marks the dawn of a new age, a second American Revolution. We, the people, have paved way for a new paradigm of thinking and being, one that leads with strength, dignity, and steel. You gave us, the American Rifle Association, the power to thrive and the support we needed to take the next step in our evolution. You voted with your hearts and your wallets, and we ascended to the summit of power. The right to own a gun should be universal and ubiquitous. Without it, we are all victims to tyranny and oppression. Not just by the government, but by gun-wielding criminals, madmen, and psychopaths. We are born as helpless lambs in a field of wolves. But the Second Amendment gives the common man the most uncommon of freedoms: power. Within the cold, blued steel of our lovingly crafted guns resides sacred stuff. The power of life and death. The power of God. We must democratize this power. Give it to every man, woman, and child if we are to rid this world of evil. For only a peace between equals can last. We shall rally our loyal followers with our rousing speeches, weekly newsletters, and membership discounts to spread word. We give you the truth. We show you the horrors of the world so that you understand why owning guns is so necessary. We will remove all federal taxes and restrictions on gun ownership and concealed carry laws. Our freedoms will be limitless, so that our industry can grow unfettered by the villains who would align against our liberty. Like a serpent consuming its own tail, the gun economy will feed off the fear and conflict that our weapons create, thus furthering the desire for even more weapons. We've created an unstoppable machine, an infinite cycle. With it, we will fill the nation with our guns, so that we may finally know peace. This is the ultimate gun factory that I promised to you. This is my American dream. Hey, what's the holdup? Switch to camera 4. My American... Oh, sweet Jesus.
gracious, what the hell is that? Turn it off! Turn it off!
Okay, how about I just show you myself?
Behold, the gun factory of tomorrow. My American dream! We, the people, form the constitution of the greatest gun factory of all time. We are the parts of this grand machine. We give it life, and in return it gives us the most important privilege of all. Freedom! Freedom to live our lives as we see fit. Ours will be a society where justice is upheld with a steel fist, where we push past the boundaries of so-called morality to lead mankind into a new age of progress. The weak will be left behind, and the strong shall rise to claim our rightful bounty. Allow me to demonstrate, Mr. Cinnamon. A filthy creature like you has no place in the new America. Mr. Cinnamon, no! Useless chap will be disposed of, and all that shall remain are the most exemplary specimens of life. Oh, this is no different to natural selection. We're merely giving Mother Nature a little push in the right direction. Well, even if it means pushing her down the stairs. However, we're left with one step. You, my dear friend. My invaluable partner. You and your guns have helped me change America. And soon, the world. Remember Thanksgiving? Oh, I need to thank you. Because the person you disposed of was the greatest obstacle to my rise to power. Yes, it was you who killed the president. He wanted more than just a serving of Taylor's delicious baked potatoes that day. He wanted to cripple the military-industrial complex, destroy the arms industry, and in turn, annihilate your Second Amendment rights. He was an enemy of freedom. And so he was rightfully overthrown by one of the very citizens he betrayed. He proposed disarmament. But disarmament means death. Death of the United States and the death of liberty itself. His confederation of mutual trust and respect was a fantasy. Make no mistake, this world of ours is one fueled by fear and hate. The only way to survive in such a world is through strength of will and strength of arm. We will rip peace by its throat. Hold it high, the clenched fist of truth. The world will worship us. We will spread our guns to the furthest reaches and create the ultimate paradise on earth. Together, we crushed the old tyrannical government, just like the brave soldiers of the Revolutionary War. Now I will be your president, and I shall restore our strength, our pride, and our glory. However, when I look at you now, and the destruction you've wrought, it's clear to me now that I have created a monster. This world's governed by the strength of the individual. I cannot have someone as powerful as you existing alongside me. You are a threat to our peace that I cannot afford. And so, you must die, my beloved master. Go on, gather your militia. See what good it will do against the might of my army. The U.S. military has evolved in ways you cannot possibly imagine. Will you die here as a patriot? Or will you live on as the bad guy with a gun? America is ours now. This is just the beginning.
into the hearts and minds of all men. The people of the world will become as one, united under the morality of the gun. And at last, we will know a time when the lamb may lie with the wolf. One day, we will learn how to create entire worlds for people to inhabit and live our ideologies. They will learn to think and act as we do, and in time, the whole world will live the American dream, just as you are now. I believe in my vision of the future, and for it to come to pass, you must die. However, I also believe in power, and your freedom to exert that power against your government. So show me what it means to be a true American patriot. Let's finish this. You and I.
With all the money you
Not that, sir. I've been able to purchase a few upgrades. If you want your freedom, then take it from my cold, dead hands. This is not necessarily the size of a dog in the fight.
it's time that Virgil.
finally got it. You're just too strong. You win. You've shown that with guns, you can achieve anything. I'm sorry. Sorry for all of this. I just wanted to sell some guns. I have a family to feed, and all those hamburgers and milkshakes just don't come cheap. So what if I bought a few yachts and mansions as well? I mean, they're just the simple needs of a humble entrepreneur. We sure had some good times, didn't we? Remember when we went to the carnival? Your wedding day, your firstborn child? My time was over. My legacy
Carry on.
through you and all. Go on. Do what you do best. Shoot me! Destroy this sorry excuse for American.
I was weak. You are strong.
You win. You've shown that with guns, you can achieve anything. I'm sorry. Sorry for all of this. I just wanted to sell some guns. I have a family to feed, and all those hamburgers and milkshakes just don't come cheap. So what if I bought a few yachts and mansions as well? I mean, they're just the simple needs of a humble entrepreneur.
We sure had some good times, didn't we?
You should have seen the look on your
First.
Just kidding. Now, what did you think was going to happen? Remember, guns killed our guys, and I'm just a dog. Thank you for joining us on this magical adventure. Together, we've learned the undeniable benefits of gun ownership for the common man. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you've learned what it means to be a